Okay, so this is our ghost tour of Savannah. Now, before we start, I want to give you a quick test. Now, this picture has there are three ghosts that you can see. I want you to see if you can find them. Okay, now the ghosts that are in this picture are called orbs. They're little circles. Um, they kind of have a ghostly look to them. Now, the first one is down in the hallway where the door is, right above the door. To the top left corner, there's a circle. Also, right above the bike handle, you should see two little circles. There's an orb, so just keep your eye open in some of these pictures and you will be able to find ghosts that look like this. The first house I'm going to be talking about is the old sorrel weed house. Now, this house is one of the most haunted houses in Savannah and very popular on ghost tours. So I'm going to give you a little look in history of this house. The Sorrel Weed House was finished in 1840 for a man named Francis Sorrel. This house was mainly used for partying, celebrations, and gatherings. William Tecumseh Sherman and Robert E. Lee have been invited to parties here at the house. Francis Sorrel became very good friends with William Tecumseh Sherman and Robert E. Lee before the Civil War. A common ghost that you will see if you go to this house is a woman dressed in black with a full antebellum style dress. She's seen mainly around the porch area walking around. There's been videos and claims that they have seen this ghost. Okay, so I'm going to share a ghost story that I found online. This is straight from the blog, so I'm going to be reading it. So during a visit to Savannah in 2007, my mother, brother, and his fiancée visited the Sorrel Wheat House. During the tour, the group ventured upstairs. For medical reasons, my mother could not walk up the shaky staircase that led from the basement to the upstairs rooms, so she told my brother, his fiancée, and me to go ahead upstairs and finish the tour. When we came back, she said that while she was down there, she saw a dark shape on the wall that resembled a human cowering in another shape that appeared to be striking the first. To this day, she believes that she saw the ghost of a slave being whipped by the ghost of the slave master. The next house is the old pirate's house. This is also claimed to be haunted by ghosts. Staff have claimed that they have seen, felt ghosts, and they have had many stories about ghosts in this house. Now, before we get started, I want to show you this picture. Now, this picture here is the oldest house in Georgia. It is right next to the pirate's house, so I just thought I'd show you that. Now, Robert Louis Stevenson, he based the first 5 chapters of his book Treasure Island on this place. So he actually visited and wrote part of his book in this house. Okay, so I'm going to share a ghost story from this house, and this was shared, or I read this on the back of the menu while I was having lunch here. This is actually by a staff member. So the staff member claims that she was putting a piece of cheesecake down, and in this room that she was in, there was claimed to be a friendly ghost. Now, this piece of cheesecake, as she set it down, went flying onto the wall, and it just got smothered into the wall. Now, a very interesting fact that I found out when I was here is they did something called Shanghai. Now, what Shanghai was is they would poison your drink and you'd pass out. Then they would take you into or under the city where there are tunnels, and they would take you to the river uh, into the alleyways, shown the next picture right here. And then they would take you on their boat and you would be forced to work for them. Uh, this was known because a Savannah police officer was shanghaied and it took him 3 years to get back, and he told his story. That's how we know that this actually took place. So the next house that we're going to be talking about is the Old Pink House restaurant. This house was built in 1771 and sheeted with a layer of pink stucco. This house has served many different uses. It's been a bank, it's been a tea room, it's been a home, But it sits on 23rd Abercorn Street in Savannah, Georgia. So I'm going to show you, or I'm going to tell you a ghost story about this house. And I heard this when we were on a ghost tour inside of a hearse. So um, the ghost story is that there's actually numerous accounts of this ghost. This ghost is in the woman's bathroom in the basement. People have been locked into the basement and or locked into the basement bathroom, and they've been stuck in there, and they were yelling and no one would come, and they eventually had to be rescued by the staff. Now, one person said that they were being pinched inside of the bathroom. There has also been staff who have been locked in the basement. The ghost is believed to be James Habersham Jr., who was the builder of and the builder and the owner of this house.